What's up, y'all? This is Chris Albert here. I am going to take you through my chest workout. You guys are seeing a very rare sight here, which is me bench pressing, and in particularly me bench pressing at the beginning of a workout. I rarely bench press, and when I do bench press, I usually put it later in the workout because when I come into the gym, I really try not to train my ego. I try to maximize muscle fiber recruitment. But what you're going to see here is me using a combination of high weight, heavy sets with low repetitions, along with high repetition sets with less weight. The reason I do this is to really enhance muscle fiber recruitment. If you guys watched a few of my other videos, you know that muscle fibers recruit from smallest to biggest. So the smaller ones are more responsible for endurance. And then once those tire out, you really get into those larger muscle fibers that are responsible for power and strength. And a lot of times if you're doing these low rep sets, you're actually not hitting those larger muscle fibers like you should be. So I like to tire myself out a little bit usually before I get into this. And what we're going to see here is my combination between high rep sets and low rep sets. And what I'm trying to do with the low rep sets is really tire out my central nervous system, and then go into some high rep sets to really tire out those muscle fibers, and then go back to doing some heavy sets to really hit those larger muscle fibers again. And you can't really do that without some fatigue. Now this is actually a heavy bench press for me. I haven't bench pressed in months. I have to say it's a good 6 to 8 months before I've actually bench pressed heavy or more than 275. And so I'm taking this for 5, and that's actually pretty good for me. That felt really good, so I moved it up to 315. And you see champion powerlifter behind me, Mason Cervantes, absolutely an outstanding athlete, giving me my handoff. And I take 315 for a good 5, and I was actually really happy with that, considering the fact that I haven't bench pressed or touched the bench in months. And they actually went up pretty fast, so I was actually pretty pleased with myself. The style of benching I use a powerlifter style, arching my back a little bit, keeping my butt on the seat, using that leg drive, and I'm not flaring my elbows out to the side so much. I'm trying to bring them down so that the bar hits me below my nipples. Nipples, yes. So here you see me taking a really high rep set with 225. I think I crank out 17. I probably could have gotten 20 if I was fresh, but fatigue set in. So I'm not trying out for the NFL Combine anytime soon. So I'm pretty happy with this. You know, it really cranked me up, and you see me shaking all over the place again because I'm not used to the bench press. I have had several torn pecs in the past, so slight tears, not those deformed ones. And there's always love in the air at Metroflex Gym Long Beach, and people show it in particular ways, doing their cardio together. Here you see me taking a high rep set with cable crossovers, and I don't like this exercise so much for muscle building, but it's great for getting blood into the muscle, getting a pump in between those heavy sets. I did this for about 3 sets of 20. You know, not a high amount of sets. Just get in there, get the job done, get that blood back into the muscle, tire out some of those muscle fibers so I could take another heavy exercise next. Actually like looking at myself doing these. I think it looked pretty good, but you know, I used to love watching Dorian Yates, pictures of Dorian Yates doing this, because every muscle in his body would be tensed while he's doing that. And so that's me being a ham. Moved on into incline barbell press, and I usually like doing my incline movements first. I did this third. I like working the chest from the top down. That's just me. I feel like having a well-built upper chest is more aesthetically pleasing than having a well-built lower chest, though I don't think my chest is very aesthetically pleasing. But I like when I wear a tank top and it looks like my muscles are coming out from the top, hitting me in the neck, and I enjoy that. I really do. Taking 185 here, hit this for 8. Again, you see my elbows coming down. I'm not trying to flare my elbows out to the side. I'm not trying to do one of those. I see guys putting their elbows way up, out past their ears, and you know, if you're doing that, you're really putting the shoulder in a compromised position. You're really asking for injury. So bring your elbows down a little bit. Make sure you're hitting your chest in the same place every time, and don't flare your elbows out. It's not good. Taking 225 here for 5. This is another low rep heavy set. I was quite fatigued by this point, but you know, is what it is. I'm not here to build my ego. I'm here to build muscle. Finished off with some machine flies and doing one last exercise to fill the muscle fill of blood, and get a good pump and fatigue any of those muscle fibers that are left over. Again, the key here to building muscle is muscle fiber recruitment, getting good blood flow into the muscle, making sure that you're getting that nutrient-rich blood in there, having a good intra-workout drink. You know, I take my IX3 pre-alpha before I work out. That leads to really good blood flow. And then my intra-workout drink is a mixture of branched cyclic dextrin and casein hydrolysate. That's a formula that I've gotten from following John Meadows, and it leads to really good recovery. I also throw a little bit of my I'm So Alpha BCAAs in there. Getting into my last couple of sets here, you'll notice I'm doing these, I think, for 15 and 20, trying to get a good pump, and then, you know, holding, you saw me doing really slow repetitions on the last one, really trying to feel that muscle come out. Again, like I said, I don't think I have the most impressive chest in the world. This is just what I've used to build muscle, and to work with what I've got genetically. You guys do what you want, and if you have other comments, post them in the comments below. I'm always here if you've got questions for me, so hit me up at gettingshredded@gmail.com anytime, any day. Peace out, guys. Love ya.